Okay, so we're gonna try this again. I'm gonna start Task Force Admiral. Um, so last time I was playing, I couldn't. I had a phone call, so I had to take it. So we cut the video short. It crashed. So by the way, I just want to point this out. If you're ever in Brooklyn, right? This is my new wallpaper, right? If you're ever in Brooklyn, in Greenpoint, right? There's this place called Peter Pan Donut and Pastry Shop. This is the best place to get donuts. Now, if you ever watch Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man Marvel movies, right? And whenever he's in that donut shop, a coffee shop, whatever, that's that. That's how famous that place is. I grew up in that place, and I think the word was that the guy who runs Marvel, I forgot the driver for Tony Stark, I forgot his name, but he's also the producer, executive producer, and stuff like that. He visited that place, and I think he loved it, and that's why he included it in the movie. Anyway, going into this game, I wanted to give it another shot. Can I load the game? Oh, it did autosave. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. All right, let's see if I can auto save. I thought there was no save function for it. Apparently there is. That is a beautiful art. That is gorgeous. It's a Lexington or Saratoga. You can tell because of the stack in the back of the where the flight deck, not flight deck, but where the bridge is. So let's take another shot at this game. Also, just want to point this out. I'm still looking for jobs. I'm like literally like on Indeed and LinkedIn and ZipRecruiter every day, and I'm looking for IT jobs, help desk one, tier two, tier three. So if you know of any jobs, please contact me on my LinkedIn. It's on the screen right now. It's on the bottom right. So I would really appreciate it. It would really help me out. The last thing I want to do is like come on YouTube and like ask for donations and stuff like that. I don't want to do that. But if you know a job, I'm at the point of like taking jobs that are like 5 to 10,000 less than I was making before, which would be significant cuts for me and my family. Um, the amount of IT jobs out there are like dropping by a lot. 5 years ago, like when I was on Indeed and I typed in help desk, right, it was like literally like 7, 8 pages, something like that, of just help desk jobs, right? And then 2, 3 years later, there was like maybe a quarter of that, maybe 1 or 2 pages, right? Each day, basically. And I remember speaking to a recruiter in 2023 or something like that, and she was just like, "Yeah, the amount of jobs from 2020 to now are like 1/5 or a quarter of that." And I'm like, "Wow!" And now in 2025, like I see out of maybe 7 or 8 pages, right? Maybe one, maybe two help desk jobs, maybe. It's scary. Like if I do it per 24 hours, I will see like maybe one if I'm lucky. It's crazy just the drop amount of jobs. Like I just and then I just got uh texted by uh I'm hoping this is on pause. No, it's not. Okay. I just got texted by and just got informed that like we had a pretty big team at my job. Like 20 or 30 help desk technicians. I just heard like a bunch were just let go and just like laid off today or yesterday or this week, whatever it was. it's getting ridiculous. And the promise when this big company bought us out is like, yeah, we'll find spaces for you. I had a feeling because like their help desk was in India, right? Their tier one, tier two, tier three help desk was in India and in the Philippines. And it was just like I remember asking my boss, I'm like, are they gonna find spaces for us? And they were like, yeah, being like they said they're gonna find spots. I had a feeling like deep down inside, like they were just using us. Oop, my bad. They were just using us to get to the point of just to the point of transitioning all the company's employees to this new company systems, and then just like once we're at that threshold where majority of people are over, they're like, you're out, you're out, you're out, you're out, you're out. And it's just, and it's funny because this company that bought us out, they do all the healthcare billing kind of stuff for all the hospitals and clinics and everything in the United States. And like they do all their business in the US, but basically now half or majority of their workforce is in India. It's just kind of weird to me. So they take money from America. Anyway. So let's get into the game before I go into tirade here. Um, so a few things that like bothered me, except on top of the crash. I mean, this is in beta, so I can understand. Is the complexity of the GUI a little bit. So like defensive air operations, right? So it tells you there. I do like the graphics, right? And I do like this old style like World War II kind of wood kind of thing. Uh, but I remember like when playing this game yesterday, like I wanted to do. So I have 7 fighters and then 40 bombers and torpedo bombers, right? And I tried to do a sortie, and they wouldn't launch, right? So the other thing that I wish you could do in this game is like move around the map, right? So like I'm in this spot right here. But I wish I could use the WASD keys to kind of move around the room, right? Because this is all generated, right? Why can't I just like kind of move around the room and kind of like get viewpoints from different angles? You know what I'm saying? And then maybe click on and then click on that. To me that would be kind of cool. But and I know the Japanese fleet because before it crashed told me it was here. All right, so um, I got a comment says from Karavazilan. I'm sorry, I'm gonna mispronounce your name. No, I did not read. He wrote, "Did you read the manual?" No, I'm not a manual kind of guy. So I believe in. There's a thing that I learned at Apple from Steve Jobs, right? And it's you should make the game or you should make a product, right? Whatever you're making, as easy to use as a kitchen appliance, right? So if you can't when you're designing a game, you should make it as easy to use that you can skip the tutorial, right? And there's a lot of games like that, right? Like Sea Power was a game I skipped the tutorial. I was able to figure it out in like 5 to 10 minutes, maybe even less. I was able to like just jump into that game, and that game is pretty big and in a way complex, right? But they took the complexity and made it so that you can literally just jump into the game and play it, right? You can get into that complexity or just leave it alone. Same thing with Grand Tactician, right? There's a lot of complexity in Grand Tactician, or you could just leave it alone, right? They'll let you automate stuff, um, but I feel like certain things here is a little bit hard to kind of understand. Um, So this is like, I guess, that board that you see when in those World War II movies where you have like, these are our caps and stuff like that. Day sorties 53, three active missions. Well, total missions are four. So I'm assuming there's one mission that's not running. So this is the main mission, edit mission. So custom. Can I change this? Do I have to like cancel it? I can't. What if I hit A? No, it's not gonna let me change it. All right, so let me go back to this. And one thing I would love for them to add is right click this to delete. Like have a drop down menu, hit delete. Um, but like to delete this mission, I have to click that, edit mission. Uh, do you see what I'm saying? Like, some people are going to be like, well, you do this, you do that. Yeah, you probably read the manual. Um, I really don't have the time to read manuals and go through like this whole thing. Uh, I'm I have so many obligations. Like I have family, I have three kids, right? I'm looking for jobs nonstop, right? I run a non profit, doing military news, um, and then I call it. I have to do Coast Guard auxiliary work. So like I really when I do stuff like this is out of my like leisure time, right? Like I want to enjoy this time, right? So I don't want to spend my time reading a manual. If I'm gonna read something, I want to read a book. Like The Expanse. Um, this should be like dive in, have fun for an hour or two, and then dive out. Um, pardon the pun. I'm still trying to figure out like how to. So like edit mission. There's got to be something in here. Switch time to countdown. Able call sign. There's got to be something in here where I can delete tactical orders. See, something like this. Is it like I can't cancel it? Is it past the point of no return? Like, is that what the thing is? I have no idea. Like, I seriously have no idea how to cancel a mission. And you can, I mean, some people might be like, hey, well, that's the realism. Like when you start a mission, it goes through. That's not true because like, you know, look at a Japanese in Midway, right? They were preparing their bombers to do attach them with bombs, right, to do another wave over Midway, and then they found the American carriers and they were like, stop, switch over to torpedoes, kind of thing. So if you enable a mission, you should be able to cancel it as commander of the task force. Um, and I'm sure somebody's probably like figured out a way to do it. I just haven't. Uh, and it's not like they're like already flew off. And then the other thing that I was hoping for is like you have this big map right here, right? Which is really cool. I like it. But from what I saw, and I don't know, maybe they'll implement it in the final release because it's a demo. As you zoom in, like I would love for it to keep zooming in to like actually the 3D map. You know what I'm saying? Like keep zooming in and then transition to the gameplay map. The 3D graphical one. Kind of like I don't know if you guys played Grand Tactician Civil War, where you can zoom out and you'll see the paper map, and then zoom in and it'll go into the tactical one. Cravelin says, "No, I agree. I don't understand this game either. Then I read the manual. I'm still don't. Basically, they say it's in development. Yeah, The thing about, yeah, Sky Angel says, I am not wrong when you if I am not wrong, when you start the mission, there's no way to cancel it until it's done. Are you fracking kidding me, dude? No fracking way. No, that cannot be. That cannot be. That's a serious. That's not beta, man. That's alpha. That's alpha state. If you can't cancel a mission, that's alpha state. The developers are watching, guys. Add an extra month or two. That's alpha state level. If you can't cancel a mission, that's alpha state. You cannot release the game like this. Uh, I mean, I really appreciate all the like little nuances they do with like the clipboard and stuff like that. And those are really cool. Don't get me wrong. I really appreciate it. And it goes to, to the immersion factor. But, excuse me, there are a few things like you have to cancel a mission. And then also, I mentioned this in my previous one. Like, I had a mission set, and for it to green light, for it to go, you have to click this button. And it's starts out in black, and then I think when it's underway, uh, it means that it's in gray. I think because when I went to this in the previous game, it was black. I clicked on it and it switched to gray. So I'm assuming it did something. But why not just have like I don't know a signature here, right? So unclick the signature. Okay, I know that it's the mission's off. Or click it again and then the signature is added in, right? First it'll add to the immersion factor, or just have like lights here, red and green. Like I know again it'll break the immersion factor, but there's ways around it. This is not a way to. I don't know if it's greenlit or not. The mission will be launched as currently planned, but it's not. Arming starts at 11:35, and the problem with that is, um, it originally said it was at 6:02, and then it changed. During my last game, it was at 6:01 or 6:02, and then it just randomly changed to now 12 o'clock. So now I guess we go to 12 o'clock. Meanwhile, the Japanese Navy is somewhere here, and they're doing their own thing. And then the other thing is, why can't I click on this fleet and just new airstrike, new air search, merge, split task force? I don't want to do any of that. Um, I saw it done in the previous one. I don't understand. I don't know if there's a bug, but it used to give you like the ability to tell it where to go, and I did it in the last one. I don't know why I can't do it in this one. Like, it's going to a waypoint. And then also this, I can hardly read this. Edit navigation. Okay, I guess I can't edit navigation. Why can't I edit navigation? I mean, don't get me wrong, this is beautiful. Like, this is gorgeous. Where's my fleet? you know? If I had 3D, it'll take me to one of the ships. But then, like, let's say I want to switch to Lexington. Can I hit 3D? It won't take me to Lexington. Right? Yorktown. So, how do I change ships? Like, what if I click on this one? Okay, there we go. Alright, so that's how I'll change the ships. There's got to be a better way to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, have this. This won't even change. This only just gives the carriers. I can't change to, like, the cruisers or anything. And it won't let me change the ship that I'm on. The only way I can do that is if I Like, this is weird. This is alpha level. I have to double click and find it on the map. Like, this is alpha level stuff. Bottom left in 3D view, I think. Bottom left. Yeah, I am on the bottom left, but TF17, nothing happens if I click that. These two only pop up. It doesn't let me switch to those two. So I'm sure there's a way, like, maybe if I click on this, what if I double click on this? Will it take me to the ship? No, it won't. What if I click on that? Right click, nothing. I can't. Okay, so the way to do it is click this and then hit 3D. Still, that's not intuitive. They are beautiful ships, though. I will give it that. They did attention to detail. Look at that gorgeous. Now I'm running a mid-range graphics card, so what you're gonna experience is probably gonna be better if you have like a 40 series graphics card, or if you have an AMD 600, 6000, or 7000, or 8000 series. You got the money. Like the sun, I don't even think I have ray tracing turned on. If you guys are not familiar with ray tracing, it bounces the light. It just does amazing stuff. I don't even think that I have that turned on. And look at that. Look how gorgeous that is. And you see even the rust below the level here. It's nice. Like, don't get me wrong, the visuals are great. And the Kickstarter has made it 117,000. Last I checked, about 10, 15 minutes ago. I think at 130,000, right, they will add people on the actual, so you'll see people moving around. So if they get up to that level, they'll do that, which is gonna be really cool. So that'll be nice immersion. You'll see some guys moving around, going into into these big caliber guns here. The only thing is like, you see a bug right there with these things popping in. I'm assuming that's for the elevators. And I think this is the only mission you could play in the demo. Why is there a third? What the heck is report? Status report. Show weather, show wind. Oh, you can. So this is kind of cool. Like, you could show the wind, show the weather. That's cool. I like that. Show radar range. That is cool. Show A range. Nice. Okay. Show main battle range. Wow. Okay. So this is really cool. I like that. I like that. I'm actually going to even leave that on. Um, but like, this attention to detail, they have it in certain places, but not in others. Um, uh, Kraslin, sorry, I'm mispronouncing your name, man. Page up, page down cycles through the ships. Ah, okay. Page up, page down. Ah, thank you, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate that. But like I said, you read the manual, and I haven't. I do like that they add these things, what these ships are capable of. So that's cool. Um, do I think the game's bad? No. Do I think it needs refinement? Yes. It definitely needs like cancel mission. I would love to have like right click on this, cancel, right click on this, cancel. Um, moving the task force. Come on. I don't even know how to even. I'm gonna move this way. Okay, add waypoint. So I added a waypoint. It would be really cool to be able to maneuver the fleet without having to add waypoints. I don't know, like look at them, go to the map, right, and maybe have like, I don't know, direction, something to have the ships go a certain direction. Just spitballing here, but so it's gonna take 7 hours, 53 minutes to get there. And then, like you said, Sky Angel. I don't think there's a way to. I gotta let them run their thing. This cap that I have going. What? Now it says 0601. Didn't it say 12 minute? 12? Does that mean 1200 hours, or does that mean 12 minutes? Look, I'm not in the Navy, right? I'm assuming I'll learn all this stuff in the Coast Guard because there's a lot of stuff that I got to learn. There's a lot of stuff I got to learn looking at my Coast Guard stuff. Um, but yeah, unless like I'm a grognard in terms of World War II naval operations, I don't know if this means 6 minutes. I'm assuming that's 6 hours and 1 minute, right? Or does that mean that? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go to 4 hour shifts. All right, so let's see what happens. So what I don't understand is it says 0601, take off at 0601, return at 0647. So if if it's based off this clock, then that's not right unless it's tomorrow. Or if it's 6 hours and 1 minute, takeoff would be that. I don't know. Like, to me, that's a little bit confusing. Okay. I wish I can control these aircraft. And I know one of their Kickstarter thing is, and I think they met that goal. You can control the aircraft after you launch it. Okay, so they're heading. I wish I could double click and it zooms into the what do you call it? Let me click on this. Maybe I hit 3D. Where are the planes? Are they high, low? Okay, there we go. Oh, no, come on, man. Seriously. I'm gonna pause it real quick because I don't want to miss this fighter. Right click. Why can't I? Why can't I click on this and it zooms automatically? Like, I don't see them. There's something also weird with this. Look at that. Isn't that kind of weird? How do I get to zoom in on that planes? I want to see them like actually coming in and strafing, you know? Sky Angel says, I think this is made to play more like you send a recon and need to be confident that you saw the carriers because if you attack wrong with all your planes, the Japanese carriers will find you. Yeah, I I understand. Yeah, I don't like that though because like obviously like during the Battle of Midway we did send recon, right? But we did also send air groups out, and obviously they couldn't find the actual carriers because they moved. I don't know. I would like to be able to send like, all right, I believe the enemy carriers are at this mark. Send the planes there. They're not at that mark. Okay, go to this mark, right? And then if they're not there, fuel's running low. Come back to base. Like add that realism. Give me the control of being the task force commander And you can't return your aircraft to defend yourself when they are in mission. Really? So, like, that's just weird. Oh, come on, man. Seriously, Donnie. I hear the planes. I don't know where they are. This is another thing about this game. Like, the visuals are gorgeous, but why can't I see my fighters? Like, I'm assuming they're intercepting this Japanese one recon plane. And I would love to be able to see them. Like, I'm assuming they're somewhere in this region right here. But I can't see them. They're not in the clouds. At least I don't think they are. And they're about to intercept this Japanese plane. I want to see this action play out. Actually. I've been able, like, I literally poured in, like, I don't know, 2 hours. I haven't actually see anything like shooting or anything. Uh, Sky Angel says, yeah, haha, it's like 100% confident that your planes will complete the mission. Crevelin says, yeah, you have to be careful about everything. You're focusing on authenticity. Devs even said there will be a mod where once your strike group leaves, that's it. That's not, no, you don't know what happens. No, that's not cool, man. Sorry. No, that's not cool. Like, if I'm Halsey, right, and a air group takes off, and we got a radar contact, right, 20 minutes out or 15 minutes out, and a Japanese air group's coming in, I should be able to say, all right, dive bombers continue to your, target. Fighters return to base. Uh, do a cap, kind of thing like that, right? Until they come back, if they come back, they can they can even get lost if you move your ships. Oh gosh, man. If your fighter are flying, there is a list of team. I don't. This is not good, man. I like the authenticity, but daggone, how do I even get into this? This is honestly kind of ridiculous. No offense to the devs. I really appreciate what you guys are trying to do, but daggone, man, like, I want to see this action here. Like, let me double click, zoom in into the planes, and then follow them with the camera. Like, I don't even see them. Either they're so small I can't see them, and it's not like the camera's moving, so they're not being followed. It's driving me crazy. Oh, and they're engaged because I think I see them. How do we? Okay, maybe if I zoom in now. I hit the space bar and it did something. Okay, so I guess it's not gonna. Come on, man. I want to see this. I hear I hear the engine. Okay, so there's somewhere in this. Like, this is kind of ridiculous that I have to listen to the where the engines are. So there's somewhere here. Where the heck are they? Uh, because San 76 says so. Click on the small arrow in the top left corner. Okay. Then go to air and open the cap. Go to air, then open the cap. Okay. And then look for the planes in 3D view. Okay. This is contact 002. What cap is this? Visual. Okay, so it's that one. Alright, and if I hit 3D, dude, I still can't see them. They must be in the clouds. I hear the engines. Oh, I think I saw something. Oh, come on. No, come on. I'm hitting this 3D. Donnie, this is pissing me off, man. Oh, it's cool that they have the... Contact 002. Okay, contact 002. Here, pause this. Contact 002. What cap is this? It doesn't tell me that. It just says contact 002, aircraft, 2 aircraft, reported by method, distance. Yeah, the white arrow. In the left corner, click on your planes. Berkinson is right. Plus, hit plus. Shift plus. Plus. That's changing the time. Daggone, man. This is not like intuitive at all. Like, I'm gonna have to read the manual. And like I said, I don't have time to read the manual. Like, I'm not gonna... In queue. Ingress. Is that... Okay, so cap 201 is it. But when I click on it, let's hit plus. No, that just changes the time. What if I hold shift and plus? What the... No, just hit... That does the time. Daggone, I hit plus. Ingress. I don't know where the frack... I want to see this combat, man. Yeah, dude, I'm hitting the plus symbol. The plus thing and drill down. Yeah, I'm hitting plus. If I hit plus... Look, I'm hitting plus, it goes to play. Shift plus goes to triple this. Okay, then Birkin says not the plus key. The plus thingy. Dude, for me to have a deal with this, daggone, man. Are you talking about T, maybe? The 3 Wildcats you saw were on deck. Search for F3 FARs that are flying on the list. It's these guys. Because they're an ingressing... But the only problem is, like... Alright, let's go cap. This is ridiculous, dude. I am fracking... No. This shouldn't be this hard. I'm sorry. It should not be this hard. This should not be this difficult. Alright, they're ready returning. I guess they fought that Japanese plane. They're heading back to carrier. It should tell me what cap this is. It should say contact 002. Shouldn't it say cap number whatever? So I missed the combat. I'm assuming they did some strafing run or whatever. Yeah, I don't. I'm not. I'm not. And when I click on this, it should pop up. When I click on this, it should change. You know what I'm saying? Like if I click on this, it should tell me which cap. And then if I right click it, it should give me more options. This game is incomplete. It's incomplete. It just it's not where I want it to be. Well, I don't know if this is beta because you can't edit tactical orders, do this or that. It's to the point where I can't. It's like WASD keys don't work. Like now, where the S key works, W doesn't work. D works. W and A doesn't work now. So only the D and the S and the D key work. This game is way in alpha. How about the plus? Not the plus, the up arrow key, left, down, right. None of that works. So yeah, I'm sorry if you can't. There's so many bugs in this game. It's definitely an alpha state. And through the 3D view, you have to switch through all the aircraft in order of battle overview. Unfortunately, you can't see that exactly which aircraft is on the map. Yeah, the only problem is it needs to be intuitive, right? Like, it needs to be intuitive. Like, and I'm going to give Sea Power as an example because that's the closest thing to this game that I could think offhand. In Sea Power, I'm able to just like literally click on the ship, right? And then right click where it goes. Like I'm literally able to put that in. Here, this is different, right? Like, all right. So how do I right click, add waypoint? Okay, but I don't know. It's just there's a lot of lessons they should probably learn from the Sea Power team. I can go down and see the actual ships and say, all right, I want these 4 ships in the task force to go this way, these 4 ships in the task force to go that way, and do it within like 2 clicks, right? 2 or 3 clicks or whatever. I should be able to just double click on this and zoom in on that task force, or right click on them and have RTB, or some options, right? This is just too much. And then how do I end the cap? So I have cap area 1, edit. Yeah, I don't know, man. There's just too much that you need to do something. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. How do I switch to the Lexington now? I don't know. I think there needs to be more. I don't know. I don't know. It's I would say it's too grognard, but grognard gives you too many options. This is too few options. You know what I'm saying? Too many complications. Like if I'm able to pick up War in the East too and figure that game out without a manual and get into that game, and this game not so much. I don't know, man. I think there needs to be a GUI redesign. Why are you guys all going to the forward and you're not taking off? So what's now? Like, I don't understand. So like I'm saying, my time is limited. Three kids, right? Nonprofit doing military news, right? And then Coast Guard Auxiliary, right? I have to take a bunch of training. I have to get a security clearance, all this stuff, right? Like get certified in MOS. In the Coast Guard Auxiliary, you can actually get certified in a DoD MOS, like a full DoD MOS. So a lot of training there, right? This time, this hour or two that I have is like my relax hour. This is, like this is my time to just like, you know what I'm saying? Non-stress kind of thing. I shouldn't have to like read a manual, spend hours trying to figure out how things work, right? This is the demo. I understand, and they're in beta. I understand, but there's a this they need to revert back to an alpha state, and they need to work on a lot of things. One is canceling the mission. Yeah, you need to do that. Two, add things like right click this, cancel, or just have a button here, cancel. Other things is if you want to create a mission, change this. Like right now, this says green light. So now it's in black. So before it was in gray. So what's changed? So all right, let's hit green light. I know the Japanese are over here. I'm just gonna hit green light. It switched to gray. So now I go back to here. Now it says they're gonna take off at 0728. Let just for and I also don't understand why this time if I switch it to 180, it switches on its own. Why? Now it goes down to 40. Why? I'm sure there's a reason they're doing that, or if it's a bug. But if it's a reason, it's like, oh, something happened, so I'm going to reduce the time. Dude, no. If I want it to go up to here, that's my choice. So 7:48 now they're going to take off. Let me at least get a takeoff. All right, so they're going to take off 7:48. Let me actually see this. There we go. Okay. So let me at least get something that's really cool. Oh, come on, Donnie. Seriously. All right. Let me at least see this takeoff stuff going on. 7:48. We're at 7:49. What's going on, man? Takeoff 7:48. It's 7:49. So I think the other I forgot who mentioned it, but I think I have to do a recon before I can send a task force out. Again, so I go over this and there's no crew in there. There's no crew in anybody. So I guess oh my gosh, dude. Seriously. All right. How do I add a mission again? How do I oh my gosh. Why is this so complicated? Formation editor. I don't care. Why isn't there something here that says add mission? Apparently there's recovery. Stores squadron. Missions. Why can't there be something I could right click add mission? Obviously they're not taking off because, like the other guy said, full pilot roster, they don't have that. So I'm assuming because it's in beta. I don't. Search. Okay. So this is the only way you can get to search to actually do a recon. Is this one button, create new search, and nothing happens. Dude, are you fracking kidding me, man? Seriously. So, like, how do I do a recon then? Add waypoint, measure distance. Dude, there's gotta be an easier way. Sky Angel says it's sad about the game. Power is a very good game, very fun with Tokyo Express and all the mods, but I don't know what happened with those guys. It's like they do a game as Cold Waters or a new one with ships, and they abandon the game for another one. We're on the sea power, cold power. Wait, what's going? It's sad about the power. It as a very good game, but I don't know what happened with those guys. Wait, so what's going on with sea power? You're scaring me now. You telling me there's something going on with sea power? Huh, looks like it's still going on. Dude, you scared me for a second. I thought they were done. I thought you But yeah, I don't know, man. I think a lot of things need to be done with this game. Um, I really like. I'm trying to figure out how to do a recon now because the other commenter said I need to do a recon, and I can't figure out how to do it. Like fighter direction. Okay. Everything is. I can't clear the flight deck. I don't know if this is because it's in beta, all these options are off, or what, but create new air combat patrol, create new outer picket station. So apparently I need to do a search, right? And I click on this, nothing happens. So, like, why have an option where nothing happens? So is this like demo just to be like, hey, this is what it is? Like, you're better off like not showing anything, just videos, because this is definitely not making me want to buy the game, honestly, because I feel like a lot needs to be done. Isn't Task Force all merged? Why would you? Okay, whatever. air search. Okay. Okay, I'm done. Sorry. It's just this is too much. Like I'm like frustrated. Like, you know, you have to read like 80 page on Coast Guard stuff, and then I got all this other stuff I gotta put out. Like I'm getting frustrated over something that's supposed to make me like relax. Like come on, man. Only one option I see to do search is this, and it won't let me do a new search. Right? So I don't know if it's because I have a cap in the air. All right, let me cancel the cap. Right? Maybe it's because the cap's in the air. I don't know. I'm going to delete it. Maybe that will give me the planes that I need. And I can't delete the planes that I put on a task force to do a bombing run because they won't launch. Um, they won't launch. Timescale. Um, because I don't have anything for them to, and it still won't. All right, let's wait for these guys to land. It'd be really cool to actually. What are you doing? I canceled all the caps. What are you guys doing? I canceled all the caps. Dude, I canceled the fracking caps, man. Maybe it's because they have to get the planes to the front. Alright, let's see if that changes it. There's now 4 planes in the air. 4 sorties. Look at the Yorktown to see if you can send planes from there. I think the missions you see are all from the Lexington. We're on to see the last one was like abandoned for them in a year. Burrican says, oh, there are many missions starting from the Yorktown. Dude, this is so fracking crazy. So let's click Yorktown. I have no caps. Lexington, no active patrols. But if I go into here, they're still doing a patrol. And what the heck does that mean? Does that mean they ran out of fuel and crashed and burned? Where are you guys going? Oh, so they actually launched the planes. Okay, so they launched the planes that. So, so the previous, I forgot who mentioned it, but said that you need to do a recon before the planes actually launch. So apparently you don't have to do the recon. But then again, one of you guys said that you can't adjust that course, which kind of sucks. It's cool that you have like all these planes 10 plus, 2 plus, 2 plus. I have them sent over here. Hopefully, they're not going to find anything because the Japanese Navy's somewhere around here. So, I mean, at least I figured that out. I still don't know how to do the search thing, though, because that won't work. So, I mean, at least I got this out of the ground. It took about 2 hours for me to figure out how to actually deploy planes to do a bombing run. But then again, I can't tell them Yeah, they're gonna just come back, which is fine. But it would be really cool if I could tell them like, "Hey, go there. Tell me the fuel situation." Why did they stop? It'd be cool if like they told me the fuel situation, being able to order them to go to another place. I do notice that they just drop out. What the heck is that all about? That's another bug. There's a lot of bugs in this game. What does this mean? Does this mean they ran out of? Why are these grayed out? Okay, whatever. I don't know. Dude, it took two. How many? How long have I been recording? This is now we're on 1 hour. I played for about an hour yesterday. It took me 2 hours to figure this out. 2 hours. Distant Worlds, which is a much more complex game, was easier to figure out than this. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna end it here. The demo has not impressed me. I'll leave it at that. Apparently, you can save. They said that there was no save function. I guess there is a new. You can save now. I guess that's one of the things that they added. I do like this. This is cool. Switch tech tactical. What does that mean? Formation turn. What the heck does this mean? Oh, that's cool. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here. I have no idea what the frack I'm doing now. So, I mean, there's a lot of work I see that they did. It's just the intuitiveness is just not there. And I can't even see the planes. Are they in the clouds? And honestly, the camera should be following it. You know what I'm saying? Like in C Power, if you click on a unit, it will actually have the camera follow it. So it's like little things like that. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this off here. I don't know. I think they need to spend. I think they tactical withdrawal. Okay. Um, I think they need to work on the game a bit more. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying it just needs more work. Um, you can send your entire fleet towards the enemy fleet and try to attack the enemy with your ships. It is definitely possible to see a ship battle. That's cool. I like that. Um, but like I said, it's we're 2 hours into the game. I just figured out how to actually send my planes out. It was that complicated. Um, I can see the love that they put into this game. The love, the the detail, like all these things that they're adding. It's beautiful. It's incredible. But I think they need to make the game more intuitive and add more features, like being able to, you know, click on an air unit and it zooms into the air unit. Do the grand tactician thing where you can go from the paper map to the actual the 3D graphical plane. Being able to cancel a mission. Um, I don't know how the search thing works because I tried that out. It didn't work. I don't know if that's because it's in beta, but beta generally is when you are just fine tuning something. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be the equivalent of like your app works 99.9% of the time and or 90% of the time or whatever, right? And you're just fine tuning things, like you're going in and making sure that if you click this button that it doesn't crash the game, right? There are key features in this game that are missing, and those key features being like canceling a mission, zooming in, seeing an actual airplane fight, telling planes that are already out there, this is how much fuel I have. All right, go here. Like key things like that need to be there. Um, and then Cravelin says, I think the strikes don't launch until you greenlight them, so that would be canceling. Yeah, the only thing is, and it's a simple thing. It's like greenlighting, right? And we covered this earlier. Like it's in black text. I click it, it goes to gray text. Does that mean that it's on? Like make it simple for me to understand. I'm not stupid, right? Like I do tier 1, tier 2 stuff for IT, right? I work in Intune. I work with Microsoft. I do command prompt. I do PowerShell. I do Linux, right? So like I'm really, I think I'm really good with technology, right? In my IT, in a year and 6 months, or a year and I don't know, 8 months or whatever, I did 7,900 tickets, right? Help desk tickets, right? So I'm not stupid, right? Like I'm very intelligent, right? I can guide users to go into recovery mode, go into command prompt through over the phone, and and delete a file, CrowdStrike. So I'm not stupid. Um, but this is a lot. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoy this. I'm not that crazy about it right now. I think it needs a lot of work. Um, like I said, I put in almost about 2 hours into the game. I think it needs a lot of work. I would say it's an alpha state. I think they should take the advice that I gave them, and kind of go from there. Yeah, honestly, like compared to Sea Power, when Sea Power came out, and I don't even know where Sea Power is. Hold on, let's go to Sea Power. Like Sea Power right now, like I can literally dive in a game when the game was launched. Right? It didn't even. I don't even think it crashed for me, but it was so like I was able to like jump into the game and actually have fun. And I remember I think that day I wasn't in a best of moods. And it actually got me like really like wow, this was amazing, and stuff like that. And I was able to like jump into this game and figure it out and understand it and do some really cool stuff. And it's a complex game, but they made it so intuitive that you can actually skip the tutorial, and it's an incredible game. So like this, as you can see, it's 86, 89%. I 100% back that. It's one of those games that um, you don't need to do a tutorial. Grand Tactician, with all its complexity, you don't need to do a tutorial. You can skip it. You're gonna make a few mistakes here and there, but like this game right here, not Sea Power. This game right here, I'm definitely gonna need to read the manual inside and out. I don't have the time for that. I'd rather put that to my Coast Guard stuff. Um, or apply for jobs. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoy this. Catch you the next one. See you then.